Joining us now is Garrett Passiak. He's the brand ambassador at Detroit City Distillery, as well as Brian Peterson, the founder of Bees in the D, as we approach Black Friday, or the holiday season, and that also means that the Honey Bourbon from Detroit City Distillery and Bees in the D will be back as well. So they're both with us with a couple of bottles of the Honey Bourbon as well as we preview this. Gentlemen, thanks for being back with us today.
Absolutely.
Always great to be with you.
So let's start with Garrett, because Detroit City Distillery is brewing this Honey Bourbon in partnership with Bees in the D. How did that relationship begin between Detroit City Distillery and Bees in the D?
So what ended up happening was, Bees in the D approached our owner, Michael Forsythe, and what they do is we found out that Brian can speak better to this than I, that they've got beehives all over the city, okay? And so what ended up happening is they said, you know something, can we go ahead and use your factory roof, set up some hives? I believe we've got 2 hives up there. And it just makes sense when you're talking about bourbon, different things that you can do with it after it's like legal regulations. You can do a lot of fun stuff with it. And it just goes honey and bourbon, especially with, the fall and the autumn and winter coming up. Just a couple years back, they said, you know something, why don't we go ahead, let's collaborate. Let's go ahead and use your bourbon barrels to go ahead and age some honey in. After that's done, let's go ahead and age bourbon in the honey barrel. All right. So it was a really, really fun concept that just came together with Bees in the D's and Detroit City Distillery. And we are super excited it happened, and we're continuing it on for years to come, hopefully. We're super excited for this release. It's going to be a really, really great time. And that's how the partnership ended up happening. So.
And then for you, Brian, having this partnership with Detroit City Distillery to sell this bourbon, how does that then help Bees in the D not only spread its message and its cause throughout the Detroit area and raise awareness for that, but also financially, when we know that nonprofits and other organizations that are doing great work around our communities, especially during the pandemic, have really struggled to continue to bring in those regular funds?
So this partnership is huge for us for a couple of reasons. Of course, you brought up finances. So this fundraiser for us allows us to continue our mission and further our education and get more hives out there to help with the bee conservation. But it's also really fun for us to work with other organizations. Detroit City Distillery, it's just like Garrett said, a perfect partnership. And that allows us to also do events where we are able to kind of trick adults into educating them. Whenever there's liquor involved, adults want to be there. And so we can have educational things there while people are enjoying their drinks, and share a little bit of more about what it takes for the bees to make the honey. And then, of course, like Garrett said, include it in the products. It doesn't get fresher than that. I think that's what makes this bourbon so incredible. It is literally honey from the roof of the factory where the bourbon is made.
We're joined by Garrett Passiak, brand ambassador for the Detroit City Distillery, and Brian Peterson, the founder of Bees in the D, joining us today on the MegaCast. Their 2 organizations, Honey Bourbon, limited edition, will go on sale on Black Friday. $40 per bottle for the Bees in the D bourbon barrel aged honey, as well as they're also offering a signature rocks glasses set as well, $40 for a 2-glass set. Brian, if you can talk to us about that, and is that a new addition this year, and where did that idea come from?
Well, we actually started the rocks glasses because, you got to have something to put the bourbon in last year, just to see if people would be interested. And we were blown away with the response to it, because it kind of makes it a whole incredible set. You've got the bourbon, you've got the honey, and now you have something to serve the bourbon in. And the glasses, if you look, are absolutely amazing. It has that logo down at the bottom. And it comes with 2 glasses, and it's just another fun product, unique product that you can get that special loved one for the holidays. And we also even went as far to make a bourbon lip balm that goes along it using the wax. So it's a whole shebang of goodies that is kind of centered around the honey and the bourbon.
And then so, Garrett, these both the bourbon and the rocks glasses will be on sale beginning on Black Friday. It often sells out. The honey bourbon, at least in recent years, has sold out very quickly. About how quickly does it go, and when should people really get on to be shopping for this honey bourbon if they'd like to get this limited edition spirit?
That is a very good question, and I always tell individuals as soon as possible. The ones that have success of getting any type of limited edition release, especially this honey bourbon, it goes like that. Sometimes within 45 minutes to an hour. And what you want to do is, I always tell individuals, it's Black Friday, take the day off, set your alarm for about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, get up, get some coffee, maybe sip some honey bourbon, hot toddy, or anything like that. But definitely go to DetroitCityDistilleryShop.com. You want to be on there right at 8 o'clock. All right. If you wait till 8:30, you say, oh, it's not going to sell out that fast. You'll be surprised. Last year, believe it or not, I didn't even get a bottle myself. So that's how quickly it goes. Make a fun day out of it. Don't wait in line for a TV. Wait at your home in front of the computer for a limited edition bottle of the Bees and the D's, bourbon aged honey, and the bourbon whiskey. So.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer waiting in line for your computer at home instead of waiting in line for those TVs on Black Friday. We're joined by Garrett Passiak, brand ambassador at Detroit City Distillery, as well as Brian Peterson, founder of Bees and the D. They're two organizations partnering once again this year for Detroit City Distillery's limited edition honey bourbon. It will be returning for the holidays. It goes on sale on Black Friday, November 26th. And as Garrett said, suggests getting on their website right away, 8 o'clock in the morning when that goes on sale. DetroitCityDistillery.com/shop. That's DetroitCityDistillery.com/shop. And so, Brian, on top of the honey bourbon, still a lot going on with Bees and the D as we're going through the holiday season and approaching the end of the year. You have an upcoming event. It's a virtual event, outdoor adventure beekeeping exploration with Bees and the D. It's coming up just a little under a week from now, next week, Thursday. Tell us a little bit about that event, who it's for, and what people can experience if they attend.
Well, we are always trying to do more events, and that event actually is already sold out. Wow. So we're looking at adding a second one. It is actually our event that we do a partnership with the Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan, where they can earn the beekeeping patch. And so a lot of interest in that. So we're working with the Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan to get another date added to that as well.
We're joined by Bees and D founder Brian Peterson, as well as Detroit City Distillery brand ambassador Garrett Passiak on the MegaCast. Again, you can learn more information about Detroit City Distillery and prepare yourself on the day of Black Friday to purchase their special honey bourbon in partnership with Bees and the D by going to DetroitCityDistillery.com/shop or just going to DetroitCityDistillery.com and clicking on the shop link at the top of the page. More information about Bees and the D at BeesandTheD.com. And so, Garrett, on the Detroit City Distillery side, not just a honey bourbon on the docket right now as an interesting drink or other product that's available through your organization, through your company. What else is what other special drinks are available at this moment in time that people may be interested in purchasing? We may have lost Garrett there just briefly. We'll try to get back to him in just a moment. Again, you can learn more about Detroit City Distillery at DetroitCityDistillery.com/shop. We're joined by Garrett Passiak, the brand ambassador of Detroit City Distillery, as well as Brian Peterson, founder of Bees and the D. Of course, they're partnering for their limited edition honey bourbon that's going to be returning to market on Black Friday. That is November 26th, the day after the Thanksgiving holiday. You can learn more information and shop for that at DetroitCityDistillery.com/shop. And so it sounds like we have Garrett back with us. I can hear the bottles
Sorry about that.
in the background. Now, that's okay.
We're in a we're in a 25,000 square foot factory. We lose reception sometimes. So.
No, that's fine. That happens all the time. I'm glad to have you back, Garrett. So I asked, as we were losing you, I was asking, beyond the Honey Bourbon, there's still a lot of great products at Detroit City Distillery that are available at this time, that you're producing at this time, some special products maybe as well. Tell us a little bit about what's available right now that's capturing interest from your customers.
The biggest thing that's capturing interest right now is, of course, we always have our staple bourbon, all right, our butcher's cut bourbon. And then we also have our rye as well. So these ones right here, these are also available as well, in addition to the Honey Bourbon. But the big thing that a lot of people are super excited about is we added another bourbon to our line, and that's our 4-grain bourbon. Okay, so it's got a little bit of wheat in there. A really cool logo. It got the Packard Studebaker type theme there. That's going to be available as well. Again, bottle pickup for your Honey Bourbon is December 3rd at 4 p.m. at the Ryapel location over there in Eastern Market. And I don't know if you saw, we'll be serving a lot of fun drinks, a lot of fun treats from Bees in the D as well. This is a honey-themed old-fashioned. Put a little bit of orange in there. Got an apple on there. Just a really fun time to come out on December 3rd. At 4 p.m., pick up your bottles. That's when it starts. Really fun street party we're going to be having indoors. Stay warm, hot drinks. Our full line of bourbons, full line, of course, the featured Honey Bourbon as well from Bees and the D's. It's just going to be a great time. People have lots to look forward when they come in. So.
Again, you can purchase the special edition Honey Bourbon on their website, DetroitCityDistillery.com/shop, or by clicking on the shop link at DetroitCityDistillery.com. That goes on sale on the morning of Black Friday, November 26th on their website. And then the pickup date, as Garrett just said, December 3rd at Eastern Market there at their location at Eastern Market. And they'll have other fun events and things to be doing there as well on that day. Just another few minutes with both of you, so I'll start with you, Garrett, since we're on you with our camera right now. Anything else that would be important for us to know, or interesting for us to know, or keep an eye out for in the future, beyond, of course, the Honey Bourbon at Detroit City Distillery?
Yeah, I mean, beyond the Honey Bourbon, this is one of our favorite collaborations. And with bourbon, we're established very well. 7 years we've been in business. We celebrated 7 years in September. We've got our staple products like our homegrown rye, our bourbon, our vodkas and gins. And sky's the limit when it comes to a lot of fun stuff to do. So I always encourage people, just always follow us, always check in, come down to the Eastern Market, not just to support Detroit City Distillery, but support, especially during the holidays, all small businesses down in Eastern Market. You never know what's going to come out of a brain of a distiller. You got the Honey Bourbon, who knows what's next? So it's always fun. You never know what's going to be next, and just always stay tuned for some special releases. And we're looking forward to the new year, doing a lot of fun stuff. Spring's going to come quick. So just always pay attention, always kind of keep your pulse on the whole Eastern Market and Detroit City Distillery, Bees and the D's. You never know what's going to come next. So.
And then, Brian, on your side with Bees in the D, what are some other things coming up in the near future around the holiday season and beyond the holiday season that people should be keeping an eye out for?
Well, of course, our bees are a little bit more dormant right now. We tucked them in for the winter, so we're not really doing any programs in the hives, but we will be doing some educational programs that you can look for on social media at Bees in the D or on our website. But I know that holiday gifts can be a little more difficult to get this year with everything that's going on. And so even if you aren't lucky enough to get one of these, the honey or the bourbon, we have a lot of other products. We even have the t-shirts that have this really awesome logo, the bourbon logo on it. Like I said, our lip balms, the rocks glasses, and of course our regular line of products as well, our honey, all of our different flavors of lip balms. So they're great gifts that are supporting, much like Garrett said, local. And that's what makes Detroit so special, that we have so many small local businesses that are working together. That's what we love about especially this collaboration with Detroit City Distillery.
Well, Brian, Garrett, we appreciate both of you joining us to preview, of course, the Honey Bourbon and tell us all about the other things, great things that are happening both at Detroit City Distillery and at Bees in the D. Thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure.